Hi, this is Paul. I want to make a quick video about I saw that they canceled Batwoman, and which is probably no surprise to a lot of people, and DC's Legends, of which maybe says I don't know, but we knew it was kind of on the hook. It's been on for a while, the DC's Legends, so and I think they got the most of it. And plus, now with the Warner Brothers Discovery merger gone through and stuff, I think the people that are running it now are reevaluating things. Now, as far as Batwoman is concerned, I always thought, first of all, let me say this. I hate them trying to do Batman shows without Batman in it. I think that's just so wrong. I understand. I think the deal was that that 20th Century Fox owned the rights, the TV rights to Batman ever since they did the Batman TV show that came out in the 60s. And I don't know if they still own the rights to it now. It may be, I don't know how that contract situation works. And maybe that's something that Discovery can work out with 20th Century Fox. I don't know if they still own the rights technically to it. I think that's why you've never had a Batman TV show since that, because 20th Century Fox was producing it. And then plus Warner Brothers wants to keep Batman in the movies. Okay, even though you say like there's been a lot of Superman TV shows on, but Batman, I think the Warner Brothers, or at least the old regime, has wanted to keep Batman in the movies because Batman movies tend to make a lot of money and stuff, and they're very popular. But anyway, I hate them trying to make Batman shows without Batman in it, because they always got to come up with some BX excuse why Batman's not there. Okay, I forgot what the excuse they did when they did that Birds of Prey TV show, which only lasted one season. They came up with some BS reason why Batman just abandoned Gotham, which never made sense to me. But they wanted to do a show, and they couldn't have Batman in it, so they had to come up with that big, with a bogus excuse of why Batman wasn't in Gotham. Okay, and then they did Gotham, the TV show on Fox. Now, they own 20th Century Fox, obviously own the rights, but I don't think Warner Brothers wanted Batman on that show because, they were doing movies and stuff. They wanted to keep Batman in the movies. So I know the contract situation is kind of tricky because I know 20th Century Fox owned the rights to it, and I guess they could have put Batman in it, but I don't think I think their relationship might have been something similar to the way Sony is with Marvel, like how they can use, Sony can make Spider-Man movies, but even though Marvel owns the character, technically they can't make movies without Sony's into it because they own the physical rights to them. I think that's similar to that. That's why they decided to go do a TV show, Gotham, where Batman was very young, where Bruce Wayne was young. And they didn't have him even appear in it as Batman until like the very last episode. Okay, so, and I grew to love really like Gotham because the actors they cast as the villains were really good, and I like Ben McKenzie as James Gordon. I think he was good too, and so that show, I think it lasted 4 seasons, was actually pretty good. But as general rule, I don't like having Batman shows in Gotham and they kind of come up with some BS excuse why Batman's out there. I think that's all. But the thing with Batwoman, I think from the very beginning, they messed up by casting Ruby Rose, because Ruby Rose, let's face it, she's a model / actress, and very loosely on the actress part. Okay, and I don't say this to be mean or anything, but my opinion, Ruby Rose is just not a good actress. Okay, the character of Batwoman, you needed a strong actor to carry that, and I think she was just lacking in the acting part of it. Maybe she would have got better eventually or whatever, maybe. And I think it's a very big maybe. But she really didn't. She wasn't that good, to be honest. Now, the only actress who I actually that kind of made the show worth watching was the actor who played her sister, Alice, the crazy Alice, that actress. I forgot her name. I think her name was Rachel something. But she was actually pretty good on the show, all 3 seasons that it lasted. She was actually pretty good. At first, I didn't like the character. I thought that was, I thought they were doing some take on Mad Hatter and all that stuff. But she actually turned out to be a pretty good actress. And she was probably one of the best parts of the show. But again, you couldn't do, I'm sorry. Again, they come up with the BS excuse why Bruce Wayne is not in Gotham. And I'm sorry, Ruby Rose just couldn't act. I'm sorry, that's just the facts to me. She just couldn't act, and she couldn't carry the show. And of course, she left the show after the first season. First, she said it was exhausting. Then she said there was a toxic work environment and stuff. So, there was all these back and forth. And plus, I thought the scripts were weak for that show. The only again, the only stronger part to that show was the Alice part of her being kidnapped as a kid, and I think that actress, she really played that part, and she really kind of won me over with that character, which I didn't like in the beginning, but she gradually, because like I said, I watched the first season, and she was the one that really, to me, was carrying the show, because Ruby Rose, I'm sorry, just couldn't act. I'm sorry, that was just one of the detriments to the show. Now, I know a lot of these people like Clownfish and Ryan Keel, whatever his name is, all these heels versus baby faces. I know they're probably doing a tap dance and saying, "Yay, yay, it's finally canceled. The wokeness has been canceled." But they can, as far as I'm concerned, they can go screw themselves, okay? Because they live to be negative anyway. But again, my problems with the show was I hate having shows about Batman without Batman in it, and then casting an actress who just wasn't up to the task of being the lead on the show. They should have definitely cast a stronger actor, an actress first, rather than a model/actress. I know Ruby Rose is, I think she's supposed to be bisexual in real life, and I don't know if that was part of the reason they cast her for representation. Maybe they did. Maybe that was what they were thinking. Although, like I said, I know she had been in a few movies at that point, but she's not that strong of an actress to me to carry a show. Okay, that's where I think they screwed up. And then, of course, she left, and then they brought in this other black woman to be, she used to be on the show called The God Friended Me, which I really liked on CBS, another show that they canceled after 2 seasons. That was actually pretty good. But they cast her as a different character and to take up the Batwoman mantle. And then I think they were just kind of throwing things in there to try to make it work. Giving her a tragic backstory and all this stuff, and and they were trying to wrap up. They even they recast Ruby Rose's part, her character's part, and had her brought back as a different actress. And it's just, I just think that it was doomed from the start, okay, with the bad casting and the bad writing. And I think that's just, and I'm stunned that it lasted the 3 seasons. And that's not to say that the black actress that was cast as that part, she was bad. No, I thought she was actually pretty good. It's just that she was fighting an uphill battle from the beginning. And unfortunately, she got caught up in the middle of the bad writing and the bad premise of the show. And maybe if she was there from the beginning, and maybe things would have been different. But anyway, but that's gone. So to me, no big deal. And now the DC's Legends. I used to watch that show from the very beginning because I liked the actress who played Sarah Lance, who's the White Canary on the show, and I watched Legends from the beginning. I think for the first 4 seasons, I think when I stopped watching it was when 2 things. When there was a character called Firestorm that was originally on The Flash, and that original character died, and then they needed a new actor. I think it was on The Flash that they had the guy that played Professor Stein. They needed another host to share the body thing. And they had this British guy. Well, he's British, but he played an American guy, British black actor, and they merged and became the new Firestorm. And then of course he went over to DC's Legends, and he left. I think after the 4th season. I think I'm not directly sure. I think it's the 4th season. I don't know if it was the 3rd season or the 4th season. But he left, but mostly, well, not mostly, because the actor, the older actor, I think who played Professor Stein. He wanted to leave the show because he wanted to do Broadway. He was a Broadway actor from the beginning, and he wanted to leave the show, so they killed his character off, and then they had his character get murdered, and then they had his the black dude who's the other half of Firestorm. They had him leave. I thought it was kind of bogus. I think they could have had him at least be Firestorm on his own or something. But I know Firestorm is supposed to be the 2 minds and fused together into one and stuff. But they had him leave, okay, so which kind of bummed me out because he was there from the beginning, and I liked the character, okay, but then they made him leave, and so I was kind of bummed about that. And then the other reason I stopped watching it was when Brandon Routh left, which I think he left the season before, last season. I think he left the last season, not the season. He had the one before that. I think that's when he left, okay, because I like Brandon Routh to me from the beginning, because I know originally he was on Arrow, and he came in as Felicity's love interest, and a lot of people kind of resented his character because they wanted him with her with Oliver. But Brandon Routh to me was a good actor, and I like when they moved him to Legends, and he was good on that. And he's just a very likable character, and I really liked his character, and I liked it. Yeah. And then when he decided to leave, I said, I kind of lost interest. It kind of made me lose interest in the show. Again, I would occasionally peek back at it just because just to see, the character of Sarah. I like that character, Sarah Lance. I like that, so I would occasionally, but then the show just got way too wacky. I mean, it just got really sillier and sillier. Okay, it really did just get really all the way silly, and so I stopped watching it. Now I know there were rumors, excuse me, about them making another kind of some DC shows about with an older mentor hero training younger heroes and stuff. And I don't know if they said Nightwing was going to be in it or something like that. Some kind of show, but I forgot what the name of the show was, but there was rumors about that. But we don't know what's going to really happen because, again, Warner Discovery just bought, they bought the company, and so they may have already said to be the ones to say, kill Batwoman and kill Legends. It's been on a while and stuff, and we'll move on and do other things. Like I said, hopefully they'll keep Stargirl, because Stargirl's coming back. We know that for season 3. And to me, that's one of the better shows on the CW. That, Stargirl, and Doom Patrol, which is really good, and Superman and Lois. Those are really good shows. Titans, I like the characters, but the writing is still weak sauce on it. And Doom Patrol is a really great show. It's been great from the beginning. So hopefully those shows stay on, and whatever new show they come up with will hopefully have better writing and stuff. And like I said, I really, you can tell like the Flash is on its last legs, because we know next Grant Gustin signed up for only 15 episodes for next season. I think I don't know if Candice Patton did as well, but I'm assuming she's going to be, as it's only going to be 15 episodes. And I know the actor who plays Joe West, he got a new TV show, so he's going to be gone. So it's going to be a kind of a shortened season. Unfortunately, like I said, the writing for the Flash is probably gone downhill. I think after season 4, just kind of gone downhill. And this season, yeah, it's been okay, and I've been watching it. It's been better than most, but it's still not the level of it was when it was at first beginning of the Flash. So unfortunately, that's what it is. So anyway, like I said, I won't shed any tears for Batwoman, because like I said, I just kind of lost interest in it after a while. Like I said, I when they did cast the black actress on there, I started to watch a little bit of it, but I just really just never again. And I think that was a sticking point in my head. That's why I never really got into it. That having Gotham, a show of Gotham again without Batman in it, okay. And I know there's, like I said, maybe legal issues why they can't have Batman, and maybe they rather keep Warner Brothers rather keep Batman in the movies rather than on TV. Although I think they could do a Batman TV show. I think if they work things out with 20th Century Fox, if they still own the rights, I think you could do a decent Batman TV show, especially if you put it on HBO Max and give it a budget. I think you could do it like a 6 or 7, maybe 6 episode series, like a series instead of 13 episodes even. I think just 6 or maybe 7, maybe 8 the max of a Batman TV show. I think that could work if you actually did it on like HBO Max and give it a budget, and you cast the right actors and stuff in there. I think that could actually really work. But I don't think they'll ever do it, because I think they're content with Batman being in the movies, because he's, like I said, he's their cash cow. Batman, he's a guaranteed cash cow, okay? And that's why I think they'll always do it. But like I said, I won't shed any tears for Batwoman that it's gone, and I won't shed any tears for Legends, even though, like I said, I'm gonna miss the actress who played Sarah Lance, because I thought she's a good actress. Hopefully, she'll get other work and stuff, because I really like that actress. I thought she did a good job with the part. She's been playing that part for I think over maybe 8 years or so, maybe more. And I think she's just a really good actress. Katie Loitz, that's her name. I think is it Kathy Loitz or Katie? I think it's Kathy Loitz. But anyway, she's a really good actress. So hopefully, maybe. And I know they were talking about making a crisis movie with the TV actors on the TV show. Although there's not much TV show. I guess if you count I guess Stargirl, maybe the Flash, if the Flash still, maybe a Crisis movie, but with the movie characters and the TV characters in one movie, like a Final Crisis movie. They're talking about doing that, so who knows if that'll ever happen. I think that might be another pie in the sky dream that they're just talking about. But anyway, let me know what you think about Batwoman being canceled and DC's Legends being canceled. Like I said, Batwoman I won't set a tier for because I kind of lost interest, really, with that show. And same thing with Legends. I mean, I watched, like I said, I think the first 3 or 4 seasons I watched that, but then I think just once, you know, Firestorm left and then I think I kept up with it a little bit. And then when Brad and Ralph left, I really lost interest. And then I would occasionally peek at it just, you know, every once in a while just to see what was going on. But, so anyway, let me know what you think. Feel free to leave comments down below. I have links to my social media in the description box. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Also have a link to my main channel, Trepacer, in the description box. Check that out as well. Also have a link down below to my patron. I want to say a special thank you to my patron. His name will appear in this video somewhere. I want to say thank you to him for supporting me and always having my back. And again, my patron's only $5 a month. Tons of content, tons of unedited content. Everything from WandaVision to Loki to Hawkeye to Moon Knight to Titans to Doom Patrol to Stargirl to the Book of Boba Fett to I said WandaVision already, to the Mandalorian, to all 4 parts of Zack Snyder's Justice League, and much, much more. Superman and Lois. Follow the link below to the Patreon and check it out. Anyway, give this video a thumbs up. It helps the channel, and I truly appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know when I upload new content to this channel. And this is Paul saying so long and take care.